up, Lucky Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's book Nerdigan video is a continuation of my Embrace Book Nerdigan talk, or hashtag AngelReadAthon, by Jessica Shirvington. And if you have not watched my first part, please go watch the first part and of my book Nerdigan talk, so you know what I'm talking about in this one. Also, go read Embrace by Jessica Shirvington, because I love this series. This series is so good, and I can't wait to share the rest of them with you, including Entice, and I can't wait to get to Empower. Oh, excuse me. I can't wait to get to Empower, especially because Empower is probably my favorite. I love Empower a lot. So anyway, I left off about Phoenix being an empath, and just in case you don't remember what an empath is, it's something that some angels and exiles can do, and they can read and influence emotions and intensify some and eradicate others. And yes, Violet, you've been influenced by an empath to an extent anyway, and Phoenix is a fucking bastard. He is a fucking bastard. And the later you'll feel sorry for him, but he's just a fucking bastard right now. And no, Phoenix will never replace Lincoln. And you have to give Lincoln some respect, because Lincoln is giving Violet her space to process everything that's happening to her. Because put yourself in Violet's shoes. You just found out you're Gregory, and found out your best friend has been lying to you for most of your friendship about who he is. Or he just didn't tell you about who he is and lied about his age. Like, personally, I would have been excited. I'd be like, damn, I'm part Angel? That's fucking awesome. Like, the only reason you're training me is to prepare to be a badass Gregory? Okay, I'm down with that shit. I'm totally down. But we can never be together? What? I'm declaring shenanigans on that. That's where I draw the line. But I gotta say this. Ben would never do that, without the influence of Maddox and Rocky, of course. Lucas was doing that. Lucas was to an extent giving Helen space in Starcross. But he was like following her from afar. And who was the other one that I was thinking of? No, I think that's really it. That was the main one I was thinking of. But there was an awkward meeting with, oh my god, when Phoenix met Violet's dad, that was so awkward and so funny, because Phoenix was calling him by his first name, which is James. And Lincoln never called him James. He called him Mr. Eden, even though he insisted on having Lincoln call him James. And then, you know, there's a charity dinner for, there's a charity dinner for his company, and Violet made sure that, you know, Steph and Phoenix were on the list, and of course, Lincoln's on the list because of his mother, which I'll get to in a second. And after, you know, his dad left, after Violet's dad left, Phoenix kissed Violet, and she said that it felt weird. It was good. Like, don't get me wrong, it was good, because Phoenix he's an exile. He has tons of experience kissing her. But seriously, you're a liar. Violet was supposed to kiss you. She didn't want it. And Phoenix said he could feel the senses through kissing Violet. And he describes that the flashes of light Violet sees is the forces that create and power the sun. And then Steph comes over, you know, to help her get ready for the charity event. And I swear to Tommy and Arceus, I wish my best friend was rich and wore the same size as me. That'd be awesome. But I feel bad for Steph, because her father is never around because of business and stuff. But still, he has his personal assistant buy Steph whatever the fuck he wants out of Guild. So it's like, damn. So Steph gets like the newest clothes, the newest shoes, the newest sunglasses. It'd be nice to have that, but still. And then we get to the charity event, and Lincoln showed up with another woman, motherfucking Magda, that stupid bitch. Oh, that's the theme in this series. Magda's a motherfucking bitch. But the thing was, he came up to Violet and he hugged her tightly and he said, "I missed you," and I was like, "Whoa." And it actually reminded me of when I saw my first ex, my high school sweetheart ex, for the first time in a really long time. This was a few years ago, and he hugged me so tightly, and he was like, "I missed you," and I was just like, "Oh," it was really sweet. And then let me get back on track. So I love it. He's like, "You realize, like, Phoenix," he says, "Phoenix," he's like, "You realize that fucker's in exile, right?" And I love it. Like, I was like thinking, you tell him, like, it's like, he's just a Phoenix. Is this a game to you? And I was like thinking that I was curious about this too. I'm like, what is Phoenix's end game in all of this? Seriously, what is his end game? And Steph killed Steph. I need more best friends like Steph. More friends like Steph. She's there to the rescue, and she breaks up the almost fight between Lincoln and Phoenix by taking Phoenix to the bar, so Violet can have some alone time with Lincoln. And Lincoln tells Violet his backstory outside. So, but first, before that, he gives her a compliment about, how he's always wanted to tell her that her hair looks beautiful when it's down, and Violet's being a bitch about it. And I'm like, Violet, take the compliment. I hate when people do that. I know I do it too, but seriously, Violet, Lincoln is hot. He wants you. He's giving you a compliment. Just take the damn compliment. So, now I can get to Lincoln's backstory. So his dad died in a car crash after he was born, and his mom died after he turned 17 from cancer, and she was an entrepreneur and a major donor to his dad's company. And one of the rooms in his warehouse has all his mother's documents, and that is extremely important later in the series. More of it gets brought up in Tights, and then I want to say it gets brought up in books 3 and 4, maybe? I can't remember. It's been a while. And then, Magda has to, before Magda, finally Violet lets Lincoln help with adjusting to becoming Gregory, and, she says she doesn't forgive him, and I'm just like, it's a step, baby steps. And then Magda comes in, and, she introduces Magda. Magda is like this gorgeous Brazilian woman, but she's still a bitch. And Magda is Griffin's Gregory partner, and the bitch that came with Lincoln. And so Magda tells Lincoln that the group that followed Lincoln and Magda on their way was, on their lead, was ambushed, and it was time to go on an adventure to find out what the fuck happened. So Violet's like, no way in hell I'm missing out on this. And she goes with them, and basically, according to Lincoln, what happened, there was a major confrontation with Gregory and exiles, and Gregory were tracking exiles to an exile hideout, and they were ambushed and outnumbered. And so they're in Magda's car, and of course Magda's trying to get all cozying up to Lincoln because they're in a European car. And no, Lincoln does not want your ass, Magda, so knock it off. So according to Lincoln, Gregory are the only ones strong enough to stop exiles from enslaving humanity, aka controlling free will. And not all exiles are the same. Some are like people. Some are irrational, some are smart, some don't even want to enslave humanity and be left alone, and they are known as silence. And most exiles are riddled with pride and desire and the need for power. And worse exiles enjoy hunting Gregory for sport. Disgusting, sadistic bastards. And when I get to Lilith, you'll know that most exiles and most angels are men. And that's just how it is, sadly. So, according to Griff, what happened is the casualties, 3 Gregory are dead, and they were killed by exiles in light and dark, and they are getting organized. Yeah, exiles are not very organized. And Gregory, then what's going to happen is the Gregory will cover up the deaths to the authorities, and finally, Violet gets it, and why she needs to become a Gregory. And she had a look at the bodies, because they were really, exiles are really brutal. I mean, the exiles left the women naked, and the man, from how Violet described it, he didn't look like he was at peace, because usually dead bodies look like they're at peace in the face. So, all of a sudden, after looking at the bodies, Violet's senses get out of control, and the only solution is for Lincoln to kiss her, and it felt right, and I was like, thank you. Oh, thank you. I like it. And I was like, I put it in my notes, I was like, yes, yes, yes. So I have to put that, I have to say that. So according to Lincoln, the kiss acted like a conduit, and he said he felt all 5 senses. And as I mentioned, I think in the previous Book Nerdigan video, yes, Violet has all senses. And apparently, Gregory partners can never be together because it weakens their powers. And I'm like, this is shenanigans, because yeah, you'll see throughout the series, their power is strengthening, and you'll see in the next book that this is a load of bullshit. And Violet's mother was Gregory, and yep, and damn it, Violet, don't walk away from Lincoln. The man was on his knees begging her not to walk away. So don't walk away from the Gregory, just don't. And I think she did it because she couldn't be with Lincoln. And I'm just like, the man is begging you. So she woke up the next day with Phoenix sitting on the bed. When Phoenix was sitting at the edge of her bed, I was like, thinking, that is creepy as shit. If it was Lincoln sitting on the edge of my bed, I'd be like, hi, Lincoln. Even Fenry sitting on the edge of my bed, I'd be like, I don't care that I look like crap. Hi. I don't mind. I know I'm so shallow, it's terrible. But damn it, those men are fine, and Fenris is always without his shirt. I mean, golly, that man is fine. So, anyway, while Phoenix is making coffee, Violet knocks the contents of her mother's box over, and underneath the box is engraved Evelyn Bar Sim Angeloff. I probably am pronouncing the name wrong. And engraved on the baby's necklace. This is very important, and Sim Angeloff is important as well, and I'll get to it later. And on the baby necklace, SSS Protect is engraved on it. And now Violet's veins on her arms are completely gray. So basically, it's like, from what I thought, and now I'm thinking about it now, I think it was just her body's way of telling her, or a sign from the angels telling her, bitch, you need to embrace. And Phoenix kisses Violet when she gets outside and controls her emotions again, to the point where he almost takes away her free will. And at least you caught yourself this time, Violet. So Phoenix gives us a little bit more insight about exiles. So exiles, except for Phoenix, suffer the longer they are on Earth, and the same applies to Gregory, angels prior to having human vessels. So according to Phoenix, the last time the angel warriors of light and dark, who for the first time in eons called a truce, were sent to Earth to banish the exiles by the seraphim. So the angels of light and the angels of light and dark that I'm talking about are not exiles. These are just angels of light and dark that coexist in the angel realm. So they were sent by the seraphim to banish the exiles, and it wasn't pretty. They destroyed everything they touched, even tainted humanity, because remember, as I mentioned with Lincoln in the previous Book Nerdigan video, he could see when humans' free will is tainted. And what they did is they parted the Red Sea and revealed the pits of damnation, and banished all exiled angels who broke angel law to be tormented for all eternity. So basically, underneath we kind of know, well, Christians, you can call that hell, I guess. But there's the pit, it's called the pits of damnation, and it's underneath the Red Sea. Now we know where the pits of damnation are. Since then, angels were never permitted passage onto earth, unless for spiritual visions, dreams, illusions, crap like that. But Hume and Gregory were needed to stop the exiles. Hell, angels still could choose to become exiles at any point in time. And I gotta say, this holy commune Arceus, Phoenix can instant transmission, and yes, that's what I'm calling it. I'm not gonna call it shadow travel, I'm calling it instant transmission. And Phoenix, also, I don't blame you for being hella gelling on Lincoln Swagger. That man is freaking gorgeous, and that man is awesome. He has an amazing personality, and he is sweet. So, and yes, Magda is a liar, a stupid bitch, and yes, Griffin, Lincoln, and Magda are walking into a trap. And, oh my god. Okay, now we're meeting Onyx. So, Onyx is an exile of Dark, and he's a psycho bastard that needs to leave Lincoln the fuck alone, and he can do whatever he wants to Magda, but seriously. Onyx reminds me of Athena. So, Onyx will release them for a story, and you can keep Magda, and it sounded like something Athena would do, because the way he's getting his kicks is, it just sounds like it's something how Athena would behave in the Gods and Monsters series by Kelly Keaton. Okay, so now we can get to, oh, no, it's almost Onyx's story of Lilith. So before that happens, the exile of Light Malachi was like, hell no, I'm going to kill these fucking Gregory now. And he goes after Violet's neck, but they kept commenting about Violet being this rainbow, and he was trying to choke Violet, but thank Kami for Lincoln's training, because Violet, she did some badass shit. She like poked, used her thumbs and like stabbed Malachi in both of his eyes and kicked his ass off, and then Griffin just like did some badass shit. And Griffin gave Malachi a choice, because this is what Gregory are supposed to do. He gave Malachi a choice to become a human or go to the pits, and of course, Malachi chose to go to the pits. And Phoenix, of course, didn't go do squat. Of course, stupid prick. Okay, so now, this is the good stuff. So we're now at Onyx's story of Lilith. So basically, and I mentioned this on Tommy's show, because I thought the audience would be interested in this. So basically, Lilith was created by the angels as an opposite for Adam, and they were both immortal. She was created to bring balance to an unbalanced world. She represented everything opposite to the untainted man, and brought it with her. So temptation, lust, seduction, persuasion, deceit, anger, fear, and all that. So after a while, Adam became enraged when Lilith refused to have sex with him. And let's just say there was a lot of marital fighting going on. So, before I finish, I gotta say, I love what Phoenix said to Onyx. He's like, you know, once you start talking, you won't shut the fuck up. Or when it was either him or Malachi said that, and I was laughing, because Onyx never shuts up. Lilith, now I can get back to this. So Lilith finally left Adam in the garden and became absorbed into her own darkness. She refused to ever return. And Lilith went on to bear many children of dark. And her first child was conceived with Adam, an only child that was conceived with Adam, was an angel of sorts, and taken away from her, and returned to the angel realm, and was ranked a throne, basically chose others' punishments, and became an angel of dark like his mother. He was too good at it, so the seraphim banished him to the angel realm, claiming absences of purity. Onyx certainly was getting his kicks by telling us this story about the whacked out angel. This is in Violet's words. And I was thinking, and Onyx said, at the end of that, is the child of Lilith among us? And I was thinking, Onyx, what are you not telling us, you stupid bastard? And why is Phoenix getting uncomfortable? Because Phoenix was getting uncomfortable. And Lincoln got hurt so bad that Violet now has to embrace, or Lincoln will die. And that's because Gregory can heal their own partners. So damn it, Magda got healed, but Lincoln can't. So here's how the process of embrace works. So according to Griffin, there's a process of declaration prior to the leap of faith. And it involves spending the night in the wilderness and remain for one night. There's a mountain with a cliff at the peak to climb, and then you jump off at the first moment of dawn. And all Gregory meet with the powers of dark and light, no exceptions. So yeah, so you'll meet with an angel of dark, or an angel of light, and an angel of dark. And no one has died, but some have come back insane. So yeah, Violet is embracing for Lincoln, and I don't blame her. I would too. I would embrace for Lincoln. And Griffin, and he said this before when he met Phoenix, but Griffin can't get a read on Phoenix's truth, and only he can get her to the mountain fast enough. And it's like, call me Phoenix, this sucks. So Magda lashes out on that it's Violet's fault that Lincoln hasn't slept in days, been able to function, and even now is asking for his rainbow. And I'm thinking to myself, well, gotta respect the man for giving V her space, but damn, I love that Magda is pissed. I do. And I guess, and the Rainbow nickname is Rainbow in Violet's aura. It's possible that in Lincoln's weakened state that he can see Violet's aura too, and all the exiles can see Violet's rainbow aura, just so you know. And Violet should have. I'm kind of mad that Violet didn't go see Lincoln right away, but at the same time, I kind of understand because she's like, I had a feeling that she would have went to see Lincoln. She probably would have never left. So she went home to get her stuff, and she asked her father why she was named Violet, and her father said to her that her name is Violet. She is the heart. She is the heart of the rainbow, the heart of the Keshet, which you will hear a lot. And Keshet basically is rainbow in Hebrew, and he asked her what it meant. Violet asked her dad what Keshet meant anyway. So after the heartfelt warming moment with her dad, Phoenix instant transmissions them to the mountain per Griffin's instructions. So then Phoenix sets up camp with while Violet called Steph, i.e. one bed. Well, she had to get her old cell phone because she smashed her new cell phone while at the scene with the other Gregory. And so Phoenix got one bed, a roaring fire, and a log to sit on. When Violet suggested they practice fighting because you never know if that's part of the embracing process, Phoenix goes for the neck, and Violet's like, why is it always the neck? Seriously, exiles, why is it always the neck? And my calming and Arceus, I couldn't believe it when Violet slept with Phoenix. I'm like thinking to myself, usually in these kinds of books, and you'll see that later, see that as a common thing in a lot of these books, that the main character loses her virginity like at the end of the series. Hell, Ari in God the Monsters didn't even lose her virginity, and we're at the 4th book in the God the Monsters series. We're at the 4th book and she didn't lose her virginity. So it's like, this is the 1st book and Violet loses her virginity to Phoenix. I'm telling you, Jewish girls, man. Jewish girls. We move. I'm a Jewish girl, so I can say that. But it was with the wrong man. So, let's see. She had Phoenix remove all of her emotions and all that. So, yeah, she longed for she longed for Lincoln the whole time, though. And I think Phoenix sensed that. And Phoenix replaced most of her emotions, though. And poor Phoenix, he really cares about Violet, but she loves Lincoln. Sorry, Phoenix. And there is something fishy, though, with Phoenix, though. Okay, so now we're at the embracing part. So we first meet Uri, the angel-elect, or angel of light, in the desert, and he looks like a beach bum hippie. He does, and he confirms that Violet's angel maker interfered that day to, you know what I'm talking about, when the teacher almost raped her. And like Faye, and I've noticed this, and when we get to the Faye Readathon, hashtag Faye Readathon, you'll notice this too. Faye Riddle, like the Faye Riddle is all the angels speaking, and Jesus, call me Arceus, it's frustrating. And he doesn't know who Violet's angel maker is, and all he can offer is guidance. And the Fae don't do that. They just speak in riddles for fun and to piss off people. And he leaves Violet, all he leaves Violet with is Journey of Thirst. But Violet's mother poem helps her through the desert, as well as the mysterious lion. If you remember, the lion was in her dream early on in the near the very beginning of the book. And where are we? And fine water, and then plummets through a pool, a room of mirrors reflecting different parts of Violet's life, memories from other points of view of people in her life, and then that perverted teacher, and that freaked her out. And then she fell through the pool into another chamber where we meet Nox, who is the angel malign, or the angel of dark, aka Uri's brother. And he looks the opposite of Uri, and so basically boardroom chic. And I was like thinking, damn, if I could choose an angel, I want Nox. I would totally go for Nox. And wow, Nox got Violet to believe that she embraced for herself. So originally, she said to Nox, he asked her, who are you embracing for? And she's like, I'm embracing for Lincoln, to save Lincoln's life. And he's like, who are you really embracing for, really? And she's like, I'm embracing for myself. And I was like, see, she's embracing for herself. So, wow, go Nox. So Nox tells Violet that Evelyn, her mother, was charged with to send one exile back to judgment directly by her angel maker, which is very rare. And the name of her angel maker is on the back of Violet's amulet. So Violet had to, and that's really important. You'll see why later. So Violet had to pierce her own reflection with her own Gregory dagger to return home. Obviously she got accepted with her embrace. So Violet woke up to Phoenix, pain in her muscles, all of her muscles, and a rock digging into her butt. I was laughing when that happened. So now we get back to Violet and Phoenix back at the warehouse, and all Lincoln wants is Violet. Yes, he's still dying. And, oh yeah, and during the embrace, she could feel Lincoln's heartbeat, and I was just like, oh my god, that is crazy insane. But anyway, I had to make sure I mentioned that. So, Lincoln, right before she heals Lincoln, Lincoln says they belong together, and Magda says it's the painkillers. And I'm like, Magda, shut the fuck up. So when Violet tells him he's going to he says it when Violet tells him he's going to kiss her, and Lincoln's like, you don't ever need permission to kiss me. You don't, because we belong together, and some stuff like that. And then Magda goes off about the painkillers, and I'm just like, Magda, shut up. And I'm like, oh, Lincoln, I want a man like him. And after Violet and Lincoln kissed, because they tried healing the normal Gregory way, and it wasn't working, and then they kissed, and bam, they healed like right away, and they healed each other right away. So basically, Lincoln was instantly healed, and Violet was instantly healed as soon as they kissed, and it was like, damn. And oh boy, Lincoln found out about last night. So Griffin and Magda left the room. Phoenix didn't want to leave the room. Phoenix was mad, and Violet's like, Phoenix, just go. Just please go. I need a minute here. And I thought Lincoln was going to kill the bastard. And the talk with Violet, and I was just like, Lincoln was like, he said, I had everything planned, perfectly down to the words he would say, and the white lily, and to the white lilies, because they were her favorite flower for when they made love, and just and I'm not going to say any more, because it's just so romantic. I don't like it. Just this moment makes me want to say I love Lincoln more than Frederick. I love him. And, this is, and Lincoln goes into the unfair rant, that this shit is completely unfair. And then Lincoln says, he sees Phoenix marks on Violet, and because remember, he said he can see when a exile tampers with free will. And seriously, Violet, listen to him. You told him you love him. He wants to make it work out. Quit being a moron. And because Violet says she hates him, and it's like shit. Because before this happened, before Violet said she hated him, she asked her, "Do you love him?" Or no, Lincoln said to Violet, "Just say that you love me. Tell me right now that you love me." And Violet said that she loves him. And he's like, "We can make this work. Let's make this work." And I'm just like, what? And then Violet, because of fucking Phoenix, fucked it up. I was like, damn it. That pissed me off. Okay, so confession time with Steph. After she embraced, she told Steph, and I'm glad she did, because Steph ends up playing a huge role in this series, and I love Steph. So, and she was totally cool and has tickets to Hades, and Steph finally asked a really key question, and which was Phoenix an exile angel of light or dark? And Violet, how could you not know this? And seriously, Steph is the reality check. And there will be a lot of Bible references from Steph, just like my holy commie and Arceus. It'll be like Jesus, Joseph and Mary's and shit like that. And Violet only feels hate for Lincoln after the trials, and fucking it's all Phoenix. And Violet is sleepwalking with dreams of Joel, exile of light with a panache for dream altering, according to Griffin, and Onyx, and wakes up and walking up in an alley in front of a dead body. And the body belongs to Angus, who was Griffin's Gregory mentor. And Lincoln, said he was going to introduce Angus to Violet someday. And at first, Violet actually thought it was Marcus and called Steph, and had Steph call Marcus, and had a very pissed off Marcus pick up the phone. That was pretty funny. And Lincoln made a nice jab at Phoenix, but really, I know Phoenix fucked her, but come on, the jab back wasn't necessary. Okay, this video is going to be a little bit longer, I promise. So, where are we? Oh yeah, and then so Griffin and Lincoln come over to Violet, and Lincoln tests out Violet's strength, and damn, this is like Saiyan type shit without the key blast. I swear to Kami and Arceus. And Lincoln says he didn't want to become a Gregory until he realized an exile infiltrated his mother's company, and she was already sick with cancer. And the exile used imagination and had Lincoln's mom redistribute funds into the exile's company of war. And originally, his mom's company was helping with children's charities. And the exile poisoned her mind and soul, and Lincoln figured it out too late. By the time Lincoln figured it out, it was too late. And Magda and Griffin were helping him through this time to help him figure it out. And this plays an important part throughout a good chunk of this series, by the way. So when they're at Hades, Phoenix, is bragging and telling Violet that he climbed Mount Everest in 1901, shit like that. And Violet says, she wants to kiss Phoenix to try and block him out. And she also is now sensing, ever since she embraced, she can sense more exiles. She senses exiles from farther away. So she sent 8 exiles outside of Hades, and Phoenix bolted. And now 10 are inside Hades using glamour. And Violet is able to sees glamour as an amethyst mist surrounding them. And Onyx tells Violet that Phoenix planted the hate for Lincoln, aka the kink in her power, because when Griffin and Lincoln were over at her house, they were saying there was a kink in her power because of the nightmare or the sleepwalking. And after she gave herself to Phoenix, see, that stupid bastard, Phoenix fucked you over, literally. See, this is why you make sure you're in love with the person when you lose your virginity to them. And my point will definitely be made later in this series, and I'm not going to say anything else. about that subject. Let's see. Oh, and yes, Phoenix is an angel of dark, and he is the son of Adam and Lilith. Yes, Onyx's story had a point, and then Onyx stabs Violet in the back, literally, to drive it home to the point where Violet could actually see the tip of the blade through her stomach. Oh my god, that was freaking insane when that happened. I was just like, holy shit, holy call me an Arceus. So Violet, and then Violet, while this, while she's has this sword in her fucking stab in her spine and stomach, Violet holds the exiles in her amethyst mist while Griffin and the others return the exiles. And before that happens, Violet takes away Onyx's angel powers. And of course, prior to all of this, Violet did get a makeover. I didn't mention that. And in the outfit she was wearing, including a haircut, and the outfit she was wearing, her skinny jeans couldn't accommodate her Gregory blade. So what choice did she have? So basically her veins are her connectors, her Gregory connectors. So she has built-in connectors now, which is pretty awesome. So, so her connectors, her built-in connectors, aka her veins, took away Onyx's angel powers forcefully. And after Magda killed Joel, the glamour was lifted and Steph was flipping the fuck out, and she is still drunk because her and Marcus are drunker than hell. And that's because Marcus brought a fake ID. And Violet is dying, and she asks Griffin how old he is. Of course she's going to ask. When you're dying, you want to know how old Griffin is, and he's 82 in August, and he replied with his country twang. And I gotta love Gregory that stopped aging at 20. And damn it, Phoenix had to heal Violet and shit, and Lincoln was just starting to move. Oh well. And I love what Violet said to Phoenix. She said, and this was such a Lion King moment. Leave Phoenix, never return. You healed Violet, but not Lincoln. You manipulated her, and you lied. Fuck you, Phoenix. I loved it. And then Lincoln pulled Violet onto his lap and rocked her. And it was so sweet. I was just like, oh. Seriously, beware of motherfucking Phoenix. And so Violet did more research on Lilith. And I thought I want to add this into it too, because it will play into future hashtag AngelReadAthon series. So Lilith is the wife of Adam, mother of demons, bringer of darkness, lust and seduction, mother of all evil, serpent of Eden. Well, that's wrong based on Onyx's story, since she left Eden and never returned. Consort to the devil. Yeah, Phoenix is a sex god for a reason, Violet, lol, that's what I was thinking, and has the ability to create windstorms and known as the Lady of Air, and I'm thinking maybe Athena is related to her, seriously, and her most dominant ability is vengeance, and I'm thinking, yep, that's Athena, and brought death to infants, and that kind of reminds me of Lamia from Heart of Stone. If you remember that. So she refused, this is very important, so she refused to go with the angels to face judgment, and instead swearing vengeance upon the offspring of humanity for all time. Lilith did concede that if a baby-born amulet with the 3 names of the 3 angels or forms represented that no harm would come to it. And the angels sworn to protect humanity from Lilith were Sonoy, Samsonoi, and Sam Angeloff. Remember, Sam Angeloff was Evelyn's last name. So Evelyn's mom defeated Lilith. There you go. So Onyx and Joel mentioned a list of Gregory, basically like in a scripture, list of Gregory, and it includes future Gregory and their angel makers, and Griffin's looking into it. And I really want this shirt. I swear to Kami, because Griffin quoted this, and I want this on a shirt. And I pinned this actually on my Twitter. Even in the chaos, there is purpose. This is how my life is right now. Even in the chaos, there is purpose. And Phoenix, needs to just go. Phoenix is finally going away, and I don't know if this is good and this is bad. So Violet had a regret. I gotta rant this. Violet had a regret virginity fuck with you. This conversation should not be happening. He is right though. You are always connected with the one you lost your virginity to. I know. I am, damn it, and I wish I wasn't sometimes. And oh no, the bond is when he healed you. The bond my ex gave me was something else, damn it. And now I do feel bad, Violet, when Phoenix said to Violet, because Violet said that the next time we meet, or you misbehave, that she was going to kill him. And Phoenix said to her that in many ways you already have killed me, and now I feel bad that Violet killed him emotionally. And I love how this book ends. So on Marathon Day, finally, Violet apologizes to Lincoln, because Lincoln disappeared that night, because she asked him why he disappeared, because he couldn't protect Violet, and he felt like a failure. And I was like, oh, and it actually reminded me of Cal in a way. Well, why Cal was being an asshole to Mason. It was like, oh, Lincoln, yeah, and Violet was like thinking they're gonna figure out this mess, and let's just take it one day at a time, someday. And then when Violet returned home from the marathon, there was a white lily left on her bed. That's the training at 6 a.m. It's like, oh. I know this video ran a lot longer than I wanted to, but there was so much detail that, especially in the second half of this book, that I wanted to make sure that I included, because it plays a huge part in the series, in the rest of the series, and also I'm going to definitely be using it as a reference for when I get to my Book Nerdigan rant on Battle Angel, and I might end up referencing this when I get to my other Angel series as well. So I want to know what you Book Nerdigans thought of Embrace. Did you like the mythology? What do you guys think of Phoenix? What do you guys think of Lincoln? What do you guys think of Lilith? What do you guys think of Onyx? And do you think that what do you think would have happened if, my question for you guys really is, what do you think would have happened if Violet would have realized sooner that that she was marked, if she would have paid attention to what Lincoln said? Because remember, Lincoln did tell Violet that he was able to see when when an exile, the marks of when an exile tampered with someone's free will, because he said that he said it twice, that an exile was tampering with her. So I want to know what your thoughts were about this book. So please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in Entice. Until next time, bye.